The election on Form 2553 for S corporation status is effective for a tax year if it's filed anytime during the previous tax year or if it's filed in the tax year to which the election is to apply by. So this question deals with corporations, specifically S corporations. Now, C corporations are subject to double taxation. S corporations have single level taxation by flowing the income, deductions, credits, gains, all these different things to the owners. With respect to being an S corporation or C corporation, under state law, corporations are all treated the same. You file to be a corporation, you're a corporation. There's no distinction at the state level between an S corporation and C corporation. Now, an S corporation is a purely federal difference. An S corporation, meaning small business corporation, you must file Form 2553 in order to be considered an S corporation. Now, to be an S corporation, as the name suggests, it's meant for smaller businesses, small business corporation. There's 4 requirements you need in order to be an S corporation. You have a limited number of owners, so you can't have more than 100 owners. You're allowed to consider family members in terms of aggregate owners. The second requirement is that you have to have certain types of owners. Owners must be entirely U.S. resident individuals, estates, and certain types of trusts and tax-exempt organizations. That means that S corporations cannot be owned by corporations, partnerships, or non-U.S. persons. The third requirement is that you have one class of stock. Now, you're allowed to have differences in voting with respect to your one class of stock, but not distribution. So you can't have the preferred stock and common stock because you have differences when it comes to distribution. The fourth requirement is ineligible corporations, so certain corporations, just by their nature, cannot be an S corporation. If you meet all 4 of those requirements and you file Form 2553, you can be an S corporation. Now, this question deals specifically with the procedural aspects of making an S corporation election of Form 2553. It's asking when is the latest a corporation can file Form 2553 so the election applies to the current year. The election may be made anytime during the previous tax year or by the 15th day of the 3rd month of the tax year to which the elections apply. Note that this is the same thing as saying 2.5 months after the close of the tax year. So the correct answer here is C, because it's saying the 15th day of the 3rd month. So if you have a calendar year, 12/31, the election must be made by March 15th of the next year, 15th day of the 3rd month. Again, 2.5 months after the close of the tax year. So choice C is the correct answer.